I'm going to get a few people on here, and we're going to talk about today. What an amazing day we've had. So, let me see. There we are. Hold on, guys. Let me get a few people that were there today and who we just got some people we got to thank, and I just want to talk to y'all, okay? So, there y'all are. Hey, see, I can't see y'all if y'all come in when I'm doing the video. Listen, I'm tired. I've not slept. I didn't sleep at all last night, getting everything out on the forums to get people there, and worked the media last night, this morning. Let me tell you, God is so good. We had 59 people come today. 59. And it's all because of you on Facebook and calling your friends and getting the word out. And Family Forward, Arkansas, Family Forward, you, our group, Women of Arkansas. I mean, for a week and a half of us, and they've worked on it for, I think, right at a month, for all of us to get everybody together and get 59 people there. We had KATV was there, THV was there, the Arkansas Democrat was there, and the Malvern paper was there. So we've got some media coverage today over the situation that's going on in the state of Arkansas. Hey, Cindy. So just a very emotional day. Like I said, I've not had any sleep. I'm really tired because of the just the stories that we told today. I came home and was thinking about all of them, and I want to thank all the families who were willing to speak and share that pain openly and talk to all of you or on the live feed. We're also going to break it in a in a smaller video, and we will get those out to you in the next probably 24 hours. And we'll have also better audio where you can hear it better. We know some of you complained that you couldn't hear great all the time, but we'll break those pieces out. We'll put them out today and tomorrow as soon as Kenneth Wallace gets those up for me. Big shout out to Connie. Thank you coming in from Tennessee to speak on behalf of the families and educate. And let me tell you, y'all are just amazing. My heart tonight is just so warm, and I have been so emotional on the way home because I just don't realize that when I talk to y'all through this phone, that what I pray when I come to the forefront every day is to be able to change people's lives. And I try to stay very humble. And when the Davis family was talking today, and she said that my video empowered her to tell her story. Guys, that's what this is about. I'm sorry, but this is what this is about. That you and I can empower people, and we can stand up for people, and we can bring these children back home. There are little things that we can do. If it's that we all just come in a room and we allow those families to sit in a chair and tell their stories. And if that is the only thing that we can do, but we can help heal them and empower them, we're doing something, people. We're making changes in the state of Arkansas by doing that. And, I am so blessed that I have the wonderful team that I have, and all these organizations that we all come together. There's no competition with all of us. I mean, we just all came together and we worked hard to get this out there, and we all did this for the right reasons. When you do things for the right reasons, I'm telling you, things happen. And to have 59 people there, and to have Connie speaking and Joe Churchwell, and I'm just telling you, to see the raw emotion of, Joe. I mean, he just pours his heart in this, and I just have the so much respect for this man. And I encourage all of you. He works so hard for these people, and just lift him up in prayer. And we've got a battle in front of us, and we're going to come to the table with solutions. I was talking to someone a minute ago, and I said, I won't come in a fight if I can't help to offer solutions. If you're going to complain, put what the problem is, find out what the problem is. And we've got to talk to the families. We need to find out what is broken, and then we all come to the table with our ideas, and we present those ideas. And so, I want that to make that very clear, that we're not just in this game to talk about what's going wrong. We want to hear the stories. We're documenting. What y'all don't know is when, I don't sleep at night, is I study. I've been studying university studies. I mean, I am trying to find pieces that we can apply. And tonight, I didn't get to say this in the meeting. I think that when you have your children taken away, you should have more rights than a criminal. I think you should have the right to trial by jury. I don't think it should be based on a jury. That was our issue with issue 1 with the 7th Amendment, that it's harder to corrupt a jury. It's harder to corrupt your neighbors. And I think that that is something that should be applied. Like I said, I do not think a criminal should have more legal opportunities than someone who's losing their child, who's fighting for their babies. And so I think that that's something we really should be calling on our legislators to change the system. Let's have a trial by jury. And like I said, it's harder to corrupt a jury trial. It's harder to corrupt your neighbors. And if we can trust our neighbors to, put someone to court away for murder, those people can help us protect our babies. We're all humans. And I think that should be a possibility. I think that could be a solution. There's some other things, that having true advocates, people like me and you, if that we can come in with a DHS and we can advocate for the families, we can be in the middle, more of an accountability program. But where we don't work for the government, we don't work for them, but we advocate and we make sure that the parents are finding out about court dates, and there is a true communication program. Maybe we build a computer software program that communicates with the DHS, and the legislators can see it if you give them permission to see that. And then there's transparency in everything. There are just so many things that we can apply here that I think would make a difference. With some things that are going on, that people lose their children because they don't know about court dates, or they didn't understand something. And there are so many people who are not lawyers, but you know how to find stuff. You know how to look up information. And we come together, and if we have to build a website, that we put that information out for our families in Arkansas, that they have the steps to kind of know what's going on. One resource, rather we try to get our state to do that. They work for us, and maybe we need to have a website that truly shows the parents. The goal is to protect the children. The goal is to have the children in the best situation. And if it's rather a family member, whatever, to solve this is we really want to come to the table with the system. The system is not completely broken. There are people inside the system that have kind of messed things up. And I think that we're going to figure out what we need to do. I know this because y'all are amazing. And we're going to come to that table with legislators. Senator Alan Clark has got SB 7. And I really encourage all of you to have, your legislator to back him up on SB 7. That would give them access to the court systems where they can go to it and see what's going on. And so I really encourage you to get behind SB 7. I want to, like I said, thank Joe Churchwell for coming today. Amazing job. I want to thank Senator Alan Clark for coming. He was the only legislator there. I do understand there were other legislators. There was some, the health committee was meeting today. There were some other ones, but he was the only one that came, and I give him kudos for that. You know, I respect that, and I really appreciate for him coming, because this is an important cause. If we can't stand up and fight for our children, we're in trouble. You know, our children are our future. When we've got 89% of them in the system that should not be in the system, I can't imagine what these babies think. You know, I think it starts about, you know, they become angry with the system. I mean, you see criminal rates, you see the teen pregnancy, and I just think that we're building a system that's going to continue to fail. And so we've got to get these children back in their homes. Those kids know if they've been abused, and if they're in that system and they're not supposed to be, do you think they're really mad at the parents? They're going to be mad at the government. And so we've got to fix that. All the people that told their stories today, thank you so much. And I'm telling you, your story empowers us, and it tells us to continue to go on. And we're going to be coming to your county. We're going to travel the state like we did with issue 1, and we're going to continue to deliver the message. We're going to meet with people. We're going to have other people come on board that can meet in towns, and we're going to start educating people. Education is the key, and we've got to protect our children. We've got to protect the kids, and we got to protect the family unit, okay? And when you see families being broken, you see the situations that we're having, and we've got to restore healing in our state. There was a lot of pain in that meeting today. And, you know, y'all have heard me say about my veterans, I will fight to death for my veterans. And I was telling Mindy a minute ago that when the Davis family was talking, I felt like I wanted to fight for y'all, like y'all fight for them. The pain that I felt in that room, and I've already spoke to someone. I've got a plan, and we're gonna roll that out. But we're going to heal these families, and we're going to empower these people, and we're going to help them get on a path of healing and make them stronger advocates. Because if we make them stronger and we empower them, then we continue to heal. They'll go heal other people. We've got to heal those people. We've got to, you know, I agree, Stephen, we got to start at home. You know, I've always said about your neighbors, your churches, you know, if you think about how it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when something happened, when somebody died, your neighbors were there cooking for you, your church was cooking for you, you know, people were involved, and we've got to get our communities involved again. We've got to get people to get involved. That is the answer. I truly believe that. And I think that we're on the path of that. You know, we're going to start a small group, and this is going to be a movement. We're going to show the other states of how we can clean house and how we can protect our families. Our family unit is very important. And I am depending on all of y'all to be a part of this. And so then I have another one. If you watch when I start my first video, I'm going to put a note on there in a minute. But I was kind of showing you who was showing up, when people were coming in. And I told about a girl was talking about her nephew being taken. And they had like 3 days, guys, to come up with $2,000 just to get a new court date. They didn't know about a court date. They only had 3 days to kind of appeal it, get $2,000. And she sold her car, y'all, to come up with that money. She's a young mother. She just graduated this week from, I think it's psychology. I know you're on here. Type and tell me what it is. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. But she's got to now come up. They took the $2,000. Now she needs, again, this is what the system does. They try to break you. You don't have a lot of money to fight them. She needs $600 and something, right at $620, in less than 30 days. All right, guys, this is where I need your help. We got Christmas time. Y'all know as well as I do, she's already sold her her car. It's Christmas time, and she needs $600 in less than 30 days to keep this in court. We've got to get this baby home. He's a nephew of hers, and let me tell you, this story is one of the reasons why I came out when we did, okay? I had been working in the background for a long time, and Cindy's story, she has criminal justice. It's $665. Jonathan just donated 20. And so I just shared the link on my page. It's a GoFund page, okay? I just shared the link. She needs $665 minus 20. I'd already committed to 20, and I had paid last, but I'm going to do 20 also. But I don't care if you can give $5. If y'all can do $5, I have almost 4,000 friends. We can wipe this out. $665 before Christmas. Let her family have the Christmas that they need. And let's take care of this money for them. I'm telling you, this family has worked very hard for a lot of families in Arkansas. And I'm telling you guys, this is a story that I need your help on. Okay, so we really need to cover that $665. And like I said, she's already sold her car, okay? She's a young mom. Y'all know how this is. She just graduated 2 days ago from criminal justice degree. This girl's going to be powerful in the state of Arkansas. But this is what it's about. It's about helping the neighbors. And so someone here is offering 20. So, you know, whether you get in touch with Cindy, you'll see her on my GoFund. If you need to get in touch with her, if you want to meet with her privately or send her a personal check, however, I'll get you in touch with her. But I'm asking you, if you can give $5 to help this family, I will truly appreciate it. And I promise you there will be a blessing that comes from that. And so please, if you can get involved, I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Jonathan. You are a sweetheart, and I truly appreciate it. And Brittany, I appreciate you also. And I'm going to tell you, today has just been amazing. We got to meet with Connie, and I will send the link. And it's on my GoFund page, or I just posted it, but I'm going to put it in these comments in just a minute when I get off of here. But if you go to my page, I just posted it, a link to her GoFund page. So thank you, Kevin. Even if you cannot give, if you can share that link and help us tell the story, that will help. But there were amazing people there. All of you just came in, and Forrest, Kevin, I mean, all of you. And it was really a good meeting. It's the beginning of healing. It's the beginning of getting awareness to get these children home. And we're going to get them home. And we're not going to stop until, I told you, if there is one child out there, and if that's the only child we have to advocate for, we're going to advocate for them. You don't know when this is going to possibly be at your doorstep. And I'm going to tell you, it's no fun fighting for your children. And I've not had to do it on a DHS level, but I'm going to tell you, it's very emotional. It's hard when you got to fight for your children. And this is something that I really believe that we've got to support and we've got to get behind. We've got to demand change in the state of Arkansas with the system, and we've got to get these kids home. Do you hear me? We've got to get the kids home. And I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop until it is changed and we get them home. So thank you to THV. They want, we're going to be working on some stuff with them. Thank you to KATV for coming. Thank you to Arkansas Democrat for coming. Thank you to the Malvern paper for coming, for you allowing your editor or your writer to come all the way from Malvern for me. And thank you to all of you who have shared the videos. You shared the events. And we're going to continue to do this. Our next place is going to be in Fort Smith. And we got a lot of corruption going on in Fort Smith. And you know me, I'll go trace that little corruption there, and I will expose it. If that's what we have to do to fix things, we'll just continue to expose corruption, and we're going to demand change. So if there are families there that you know that I can use, like we did today, where they tell their story, please get that family in touch with me so I can make sure they're at our event. But we're going to have an event there in Fort Smith. We'll get the media there again. We'll have a platform. We'll talk. We'll try to get some attorneys there that can help give some of the families some answer their legal questions. Today was an eye-opener on some things that I think that we can help as women of Arkansas, United for Justice and Women of Arkansas Against Issue 1. I talked to Mindy. It was an eye-opener for me, and I think that there are some things that we can bring to you who have been going through this to help you heal and use your story. You begin to heal when you start telling your story and you start helping others. That's, to me, where true healing comes from. David, it was a great success. We had 59 people there. We had the media. We had THV, KATV, the Arkansas Democrat, the Malvern paper. David, it was a great success. I actually told your story to one of the media people also, David. And so it was a great day. And Sharon, what we had today, you're out of the loop. And we were at the Capitol today. We had 59 people. We were exposing and speaking about DHS and the Child Protective Services. 89% of the children that are in the Arkansas foster care should not be there. There's no allegations of abuse, and we're working to get those children home. The problem is that the state makes money. The longer they're in the foster care system or they get adopted out, it's more money for the state. We've got to stop that. Issue 1 was life is priceless, and I still believe that. I believe life is priceless, no price on a child. And if we have to get rid of the incentives to stop this, then that's what we're going to have to advocate for. But when children are being moved out of their homes out of revengeance and stuff like that, we've got an issue. We need to expose the people that use their job, their power to do that with the families. It's not the whole system. There are people inside the system who have taken their part, and they've used it, and they've abused it, and they unfortunately have torn families apart. And there was one family that she had testified against a family member for stealing $20 million from the state. And as soon as that happened, they had their children pulled out of their home. I mean, just really heartbreaking stories today. Heartbreaking stories. And you know what? We're going to take those stories. We're going to take our pain. We're going to take the power that we have. And we're going to use our prayers, and we're going to restore families. We're going to protect the children. We're going to protect our families. We're going to protect the elderly, because it's not about the government. We have to stop focusing so much on the government and asking the government to fix our solution, our problems. The solution is in me and you. The power is in me and you. You do not ever get freedom to me from asking for the government. And so I really encourage all of you to come aware of what your neighbor needs. And if it's just listening to them, if it's just encouraging them, hey, do that. Do that. Hey, Sharon, you're in Texas. I got some people in Texas. And you know what? I was asked today if I'll go to Washington with Connie. She asked me would I go to Washington with her, and I said yes. My mother is in Texas, so I would have no problem coming to Texas to help y'all. Who knows? I'm going to trust where God leads me and Mindy with this. We have prayed about it. Mindy and I had met for 5 hours, and I'm telling you, we are going to let God be our guide. I can't tell you exactly where we're going with this, but we're going to have God guide us where we need to go. That will be our direction, and wherever He leads us is where we'll be. So great success. Y'all have warmed my heart. to have 59 people at the Capitol, to have the media. I am going to Washington. I can tell you that one. I will go to that one. And I'll go to Texas too. And if I have to travel every state to advocate for children, to advocate for my veterans, to advocate for people, that's just what I'm going to do. I think it's a calling from God. And, you know, if we can influence that people and really push this movement with Family Forward, and for in a week and a half, I think is when we started advertising it. They had it. Family Forward Arkansas and Family Forward has got so much material. You know me, I know how to get the content out, and we're just using their information. We're helping them get it out. This is what it is about. It's about all becoming a team. There's no competition. Let's just come together. Let's solve the problem. Let's get these children home. That's all we have to do. We got to get the kids home. And we're not going to make any deals with corruption. Just bottom line, no deals with corruption. So, Sharon, we'll have to talk. So, but yes, David, tell Heather that my interview with THV, I talked about your child. And I don't know what they'll play in that one, but I spoke about your child today. I have spoke with some other people. I promised you I would tell your story, and I'm going to continue to tell your story. And so, thank you guys. This has been an amazing day, an emotional day. I didn't sleep at all last night. Mindy knows I do that. I call it game day, getting ready for game day. But I just try to get mentally prepared and make sure that everything is good to go for the day, and that we're ready, that we've gotten all the advertisement out that we need, because education is the key. Education is the key on solving things, making people realize what their constitutional rights are, what their legal rights are, and when you give people the tools, they become empowered. So, we're going to work with the kids, we're going to work with our veterans, but today it was about the kids and about these families. And thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for opening your hearts and your stories and being vulnerable today and telling us what we needed to hear, and just being raw with your emotions and your signs. I mean, I cannot imagine having to make a sign with my child's face on it to get someone's attention, or to fight for my kid on a sign. I'm sure that many of you would hope that you would never have to do that. I've got signs that I brought home with me that some people made, and if you look at my feed, I showed y'all half of them. But when you see a baby that's been taken away from a family that should have never been taken away, and the only thing they have is a sign to hold up with that child, if that doesn't make you act, I don't know what's going to make you act. There are little things that we can all do to fix this. And, you may say it's not your kid, it's not your problem. When someone experiences injustice, and that's what these families are experiencing, if you don't fight for them to have justice, I can promise you it will only get worse. And one day you will experience injustice. You have to be willing to fight for everyone to have justice. You have to be willing to fight for everyone to have rights, human rights, and be protected. Because if they'll take their children away, if they'll take their things away, if they will do injustice, it's coming to you. It's just going to come to you. And so you may think this is not your battle. I'm telling you right now, it is your battle. Because injustice is injustice to all of us. They are destroying these families. DHS, with people within, are destroying these families because it's a paycheck. I mean, it's $100 billion industry in the United States. I mean, these families have had their kids taken away and they're paying $19,000 in an 8-month period on child support to the state of Arkansas of a child they don't even see. That should not be taken away from them. That is corruption. I mean, that is just how much money does the state need? They're getting federal funding, they're getting state funding, they're making these families pay child support. And I don't know. That's just a lot of money that I think needs to be questioned. Where does the money go and why do they need that kind of money? I think if you take half of that money and you would work with the families to fix the family situation, you could fix a lot of things and it wouldn't cost the state so much money. It wouldn't cost the U.S. so much money. But I don't know. Families have no one to turn to. You do now. We're going to build that army. Today we blew the dust off the war chest. We'll continue to open the war chest. And we're just beginning. But you do have someone to turn to. We're going to all walk beside you, and we're going to carry you when we have to carry you. And we're going to make sure that these kids get to come home. So, Joe has really, in the state of Arkansas, been a lawyer who has taken a battle. And if he puts his hours in, he is actually working less than minimum wage on these cases, bringing kids home, okay? And, when I said I have respect and admire this man, I'm going to tell you right now, when you see an attorney just have raw emotion for these families that suffer in Arkansas, he sees it on a level that you and I don't. He sees it. He's fighting for these kids. But I'm going to tell you something. That man last year said he had to get into his savings to supply his, take care of his business because he's fighting for these families. That's the person that we have to fight for. We have to protect Joe Churchwell because he is a strong person that we need in the state of Arkansas. And, they need sometimes money for families for depositions, like this court fee I'm telling you that we need. Those are the things that we're going to have to come together and help him out because he can't continue to go in his pocket constantly and continue this fight. And we've got to have him. I mean, he puts in a lot of time and he has a burden on him right now. And I admire him, but we've got to help him out. We've got to be willing to help. And so, Heather, I see you're on. I was on THV today. I did tell your story, a little bit of it today. I talked to some other people about your story, but when THV interviewed me, I actually did tell your story today. So you're welcome, Heather. I'm going to keep fighting for you. You know that. And, we'll figure out. We're going to figure out an answer. Just don't know what it is yet. So, the GoFund link for this money that we've got to raise. I think we have 27, maybe around that many days. We don't have much, but we need to, like I said, if you can give $5 to help her. They had less than 3 days to come up with $2,000 to get a court time. She sold her car for her nephew. She got the money. But they now have said that they want $665 in 30 days. And so I'm asking you if you can give $5. If you can't give $5, share that Go link for me. You can go to my video I'm going to post also under this where you can see her tell her story. It was in the beginning of us talking, just showing people. If you watch it, you'll be able to see her tell you her story. But let's help bring that nephew home. Okay, I want to bring him home. I'm going to show you a video one day, I know, where we bring that baby boy home. So that's what we're going to do. One day, I think one day we won't have these kind of videos. We'll be showing videos of children coming back home. And man, that's going to be a great day. A great day. Thank you, all of you. It was a great success at the Capitol. Thank you, Senator Clark. Call your legislator. Tell them that we need CPS reform. We need DHS reform. We're going to demand it. We're going to protect the children. And we're going to continue to travel in every city if we have to educate people, bring it up the forefront. We're not going away. We'll be in Fort Smith next. I'll give you a date in the next few days. I'm going to coordinate with a few people, but we will be at Fort Smith next, and I'll keep you in touch. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, you're the reason why we get to do this, because you share our content, you share everything out to help us get the word out. And thank you for trusting me with your stories. I was on the phone until 3 o'clock last night. I get your messages, and I don't know the answers for everything yet, but I promise you I'm not going to just walk away. Okay, I can promise you that. And we're going to figure out what we have to do. And I truly appreciate you trusting me with your stories. And we're going to continue to tell your stories. We're going to continue to educate people. And you did good, Cindy. You did good. So I did kind of put you on the spot. So, and not everybody will talk like I do. I just don't shut up, you know. So Cindy, I think you did an amazing job. And I know that it's a very emotional discussion with your nephew. And the crowd gets that. Our group gets that. We send nothing but love and prayers to your family. And I will keep everyone updated on their story and how we can help that family. So thank you. THV was there. KATV. I don't know if the story will run tonight. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in very long, but THV, KATV, and Arkansas Democrat and the Malvern paper were there. So just keep your eye out. If y'all see something, and please send me the link if you see any talk about it. But we're going to be following up with THV on some other stuff, talk with them about running some family stories and see what we can do there. Thank you, everyone. I absolutely am blessed with your friendship, your encouragement. Y'all are such a blessing to me, and I truly, truly appreciate your friendship. And I love you guys. And let me tell you, be the difference and speak the truth. Never compromise from the truth. I am the face of the truth. Remember that. Never compromise from the truth. And the solutions are very simple. We don't have to make it complicated. Let's stay simple and we can fix these things. I love all of you. If I get news media stuff, I'll let you know where we're at on THV and everything. The GoFundMe page has been posted on my page. I'm going to put it on here. And so we've got 125 of 665 raised. Oh, great, 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 Jonathan. Thank you for that update. Won't that be amazing if I can come on here tonight and say, we've got that taken care of. I want that taken care of for Cindy's family. I'm telling you, that family, I don't want to call out all her family members, but they have been a powerful, powerful tool in the state of Arkansas bringing this out. And I'm telling you, her story, this nephew, is what made me come out when I came out. I had talked to some family members, and I texted Mindy, my co-founder, and I said, we've got a new battle, and we're taking this battle on. I had been working with Heather in the background for several months, and that had been a challenging thing, and I just felt like it was time to come to the forefront, and let's start talking about these stories, and let's do something. Thank you to everyone who has already given to Cindy's family of bringing her nephew home, and that just makes tonight even more perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all, and God bless every one of you. We will see you in Fort Smith and at our other events. Thank you for everyone that was a part of it. Thank you, Family Forward Arkansas. Thank you, Family Forward. And you can follow us on Women of Arkansas United for Justice and continue to find out where our events are going to be and what's going on. And of course, you can always follow me. Have a good day.